Hello, dear viewer. Thank you and welcome to your reading. This is for Pisces, second half of July. And I'm doing it in the backyard because it's just so gorgeous. So I hope that we don't get too much wind. So for Pisces, second half of July, in the heart of the matter, we have the Queen of Coins. We have the Earth Mother right there in the heart of the matter. So security really may be on your mind. Security and taking all that you know, all that you've built, everything to really enhance that security. Maybe number one right now, which makes sense. So financial, health-wise, what have you. Also, though, the Queen of Coins is the Earth Mother. And whether you're male or female, the Queen of Coins energy would want you to take care of the people that you love as well. To take care of, especially if you have offspring, somebody you feel protective of. So there's that too. The challenge is the Six of Wands, victory. The challenge is knowing you already have a victory here. Knowing that you've already done something. You've already made decisions that put you in a good spot in some way or another and will enhance your security and your ability to be there for others. So very interesting. You've already, I just feel a need to say, I don't think you need to worry. You've already built some stability into your life. It's a victory already. Underneath it all, we have the High Priestess. So the High Priestess, that means your intuition is on fire. And in fact, you may be going through a time of enhanced ability to sort of hear from your intuition, hear from the other side, from source, from your higher self. You may be going through a time of that, which is really handy when you're wanting to feel more secure, you're wanting to make sure everybody is all right, So you may be hearing more clearly. In the past, we have the Ten of Wands. And you may have like insights that come to you that are just very wise and really do help. So Ten of Wands in the past, you were overburdened. Maybe there are many things. See, you're very purposeful. So that the Ten of Wands means there are a lot of things that are important to you. You have a lot of goals. And the Ten of Wands guy, he's strong. He's bringing those home, but he's carrying them all at once. So it's hard for him to see. I think that's in the past, though, because right now you've got these lovely cards in the heart of the matter. So that suggests to me that you're coming to a place where you're seeing it a little differently. You're realizing maybe you don't need to hang on so tightly to all of your priorities and goals. So that's a good thing. You can do one thing at a time. And you can realize you've already had a victory. And there we have the Page of Swords above it all. So a new plan, that may be a new plan. This can be somebody else in your life too. Somebody who would be sort of young, or speaking as if they're young maybe. Vocal. Let's see. Let me clarify. Eight of Coins. Yeah, it could be, that doesn't clarify it at all. So that means that for some of you, that's somebody in your life or somebody's. If you get the Queen of Coins, it's probably offspring or somebody you feel like you're mentoring or something. And they're learning. So they're on your mind. And maybe a little anxiety. Are they learning fast enough? But they are. They're doing just fine. For others of you, this simply means a brand new plan. Like that Page of Swords has picked up a new plan. It's not matured. It's not the Knight. It's not the King or Queen. It's the Page. And you're learning something new. Being quite productive. So you may have already embarked on a new plan in some area of your life. And you're doing well with that Eight of Coins. It's okay to be in a learning period, though. Sometimes that card comes up when we feel like we have to do something perfectly, or we've had successes in our life in other areas, and now we're striking out into something that really is brand new for us, or something that we haven't had a lot of success with. Maybe it's not been a priority in the past, but sometimes that 8 of coins comes up as a reassurance. It's okay to be learning. You're very productive. Sometimes the learning itself is the product. In the immediate future, we have the 7 of Cups. Oh, there's the wind. So the 7 of Cups is about having uncertainty about your future. Sometimes our thoughts are our best friend, sometimes they're our worst enemy as we look forward into the future. And the 7 of Cups is sometimes a caution not to envision the worst, but actually consider good things in those cups. Build castles in the air instead of dread in your gut. You know, that kind of thing. Sometimes it's that. Sometimes the 7 of Cups comes up when there is a genuinely confusing time and you don't have all the information you need to see things clearly. Yeah. And in that case, well, you're still encouraged to anticipate the positives. At the root of the matter, we have the 8 of Swords. So that is feeling trapped by something. Now, that woman's not trapped. She can undo the bonds around her, take her blindfold off, walk straight out. She is not trapped. She's not even close to trapped. But her thoughts may have her trapped. So there might be something in the way you're looking at something that has you feeling kind of like you don't have a lot of choices. But perhaps you have more choices than you think. Sometimes just re-examining that and realizing that there are choices you could make. You've chosen not to make those choices. And maybe for very good reasons. You know, swords can be plans as well. Sometimes just re-examining those and realizing, you know, I could do something differently. I could be free of this or that situation. I've chosen not to because I'm planning for the future or what have you. In the home environment, we have the 2 of Coins. Environmental factors. So you are balancing. For a water sign. You sure get a lot of coins this time. So we don't have much for Cups except for the 7 of Cups. But you're balancing your sources of security. And you're doing a great job. You're the nimble juggler. It may feel kind of challenging, but you're doing it. There's turbulence in the background with that water, those waves in the background. Might be emotional turbulence too, but you're doing it. So there again, the victory. Outcome, Queen of Swords, yay! Okay, so this could have to do with the Page of Swords, that plan maturing into the Queen. It could have to do with just needing to be very logical and planful about something and assertive. Now the Queen of Swords, she will put her emotion aside and she'll just follow her plan. She'll speak her truth. And, you know, sometimes people don't like that. But a lot of people, though, I mean, the Queen of Swords would do it maturely. She wouldn't be, you know, she would park her anger aside before she decided to be assertive. So a lot of times it is well received because it's simply the truth and people can recognize the truth. But I feel like it'll go well. I feel like that will go well. You'll feel like, I feel a sense of confidence in this outcome, like, yes, I know what my plan is. I know what I'm talking about. This is what's going on. And the clarifier is the Sun. So that is some beautiful energy. That's some joy. That's some happiness. Oh, I like it. And another clarifier is the 3 of Swords. So, okay, so there's a little bit of a caution here too. He fell on the floor. That's how much I like that card. I dropped it. Anyway, we know it's the 3 of Swords. Now the 3 of Swords is not a new hurt or heartache. It's repetition. It's something, a pattern that you've had that keeps coming back and giving you some frustration or some hurt or resentment or just something unpleasant. Keeps kind of recurring. I think that is the clarifier because the Queen of Swords is about ready to put an end to that, is about ready to say that's it. So I think you're managing, you're juggling. I think you're still working. You're working on something in the second half of July, but it goes well because you get a lot more insight in the and even joy. You solve something, and you realize that maybe there's been a pattern of some type that has keeps on giving you trouble. It just feels like a very insightful time for you. And so, and like I said, no new heartache, no new trouble, just something that's been. I feel like you get a new insight, a new breakthrough, and you make a plan to be rid of that. So that is really interesting. And you will be vocal if you need to be vocal. This High Priestess says it all for this reading, I think. You're having a lot more insight, you come to a much more enriched way of looking at a situation. And you do it through starting. You don't have to sit there and contemplate. I don't see meditation here so much. You do it through starting, learning this. I'm going to try that. I'm going to try that. And then you get a full understanding. All right. Well, I hope this is a wonderful July for you. Thank you so much, Pisces. Bye-bye.